Chosen ones, God can't keep this secret from you anymore, because it's happening right now. And October 9th marks a divine shift you cannot ignore. The heavens are aligning, and a revelation so powerful is unfolding that it will change the course of your life forever. This isn't just a message, it's an urgent call, a sacred moment where God is pulling back the veil to show you what's been prepared for you. Your spirit already feels it, that stirring deep within, telling you something massive is about to break through. Stay with me, because this truth is meant for you, and it's time to step into what God has been holding for this very moment. Let's start with this. God has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating a plan so intricate, so perfectly designed for you, that even your greatest dreams pale in comparison. You've felt the weight of waiting, the frustration of closed doors, the quiet moments where you wondered if your prayers were even heard. But those moments weren't wasted. Every tear, every doubt, every sleepless night was a seed planted in the soil of your faith. Now, those seeds are sprouting, and the harvest is coming faster than you can imagine. God's timing is perfect, and right now, He's saying, enough waiting, your season of abundance is here. If you feel this truth resonating, type 777 inches, the comments below, as a declaration that you're ready to receive what's yours. Picture a dam holding back a mighty river. For years, that dam has stood firm, keeping the waters at bay. But now, cracks are forming, and the flood is about to burst through. That's what's happening in your life. The barriers that held you back, financial struggles, broken relationships, self-doubt, are crumbling. God is releasing a flood of blessings, and it's not just a trickle. This is an overflow, a wave of favor that will sweep away every obstacle. You're not just stepping into a new chapter, you're walking into a new reality, where lack is replaced with abundance, where pain is transformed into purpose. This is God's promise, and He doesn't break His word. You might be wondering, why now? Why is October 9th so significant? Because this is the moment God has chosen to reveal His secret plan for you. The heavens are aligning in a way they haven't before, and the spiritual atmosphere is charged with divine energy. Think of it like a cosmic clock striking midnight, signaling the start of a new era. You've been tested, refined, and prepared for this exact time. The struggles you faced weren't random, they were training grounds, shaping you into the chosen one you are today. God has seen your faithfulness, and now He's ready to show the world what He's been building in you. And here's the truth. God's plan for you isn't small. It's not about just getting by or surviving. It's about thriving in ways that make others take notice. Your life is about to become a testimony, a living proof of God's power. People who doubted you, who overlooked you, will soon see the transformation and wonder what changed. It's not about proving them wrong. It's about showing them what's possible when God's hand is on your life. Your success, your peace, your radiance will speak louder than any words. So, if you're ready to step into this divine moment, hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path together. Let's talk about what's coming. God's secret isn't just about blessings, it's about a complete overhaul of your life. Imagine waking up each day with a fire in your soul, knowing that every step you take is guided by divine purpose. Your finances, they're shifting from scarcity to surplus. Your health, it's being renewed with vitality that defies explanation. Your relationships, they're aligning with people who see your worth and lift you higher. This isn't a fantasy, it's God's blueprint for you, and it's unfolding right now. Type 777 inches, the comments to claim this transformation, and let the universe know you're ready. But let's be real for a moment. The enemy doesn't want you to hear this. The forces that thrive on your doubt, your fear, your hesitation, they're trembling right now. Why? Because you're waking up to your true power. You're not just another soul wandering through life. You're a chosen one, marked by God for a purpose that shakes the heavens. The enemy has tried to keep you small, to make you question your worth. But those lies are crumbling. You're stepping into a season where no weapon formed against you will prosper. God's protection is your shield, and His promise is your foundation. Think about the story of Joseph. Sold into slavery, thrown into prison, forgotten by those he helped. Yet God had a secret plan. Every hardship was a step toward the palace, where Joseph became a ruler, a provider, a beacon of God's faithfulness. Your story is no different. The trials you faced weren't meant to break you, they were meant to elevate you. God has been preparing you for a position of influence, a life of impact. The secret He's revealing now is that your past was never a punishment, it was a setup for your greatness. Now, let's talk about the urgency of this moment. October 9th isn't just a date, it's a divine marker. The spiritual realm is buzzing with activity, and God is moving pieces into place for you. Doors that were locked are swinging open. Opportunities you never imagined are knocking. Connections that seemed out of reach are coming to you. This isn't about chasing success, it's about receiving what God has already prepared. Your job is to stay open, stay faithful, and trust that what's coming is bigger than anything you've seen before. If this is speaking to your spirit, type 777 inches, the comments to seal this moment in faith. You might feel a stirring right now, a sense that something is shifting. That's not your imagination. That's the Holy Spirit moving within you. God is awakening gifts you didn't even know you had. Creativity that's been dormant, wisdom that's been hidden, courage that's been buried. They're all rising to the surface. You're not the same person you were yesterday. You're stepping into a version of yourself that radiates God's glory. People will notice. They'll see the light in your eyes, the confidence in your step, the peace in your presence. This is what it means to be chosen. And here's something else. God's secret plan isn't just about you. It's about the legacy you're building. The blessings coming your way aren't meant to stop with you. They're meant to flow through you, touching your family, your community, even generations yet to come. Think of Abraham, who was promised a nation from his faith. Your obedience today is planting seeds for a harvest you may not even see in your lifetime. But it's coming. Your wealth, your influence, your love, they'll ripple outward, changing lives in ways you can't yet fathom. Let's pause for a second. If you're feeling the weight of this message, if your heart is racing with the truth of what's being revealed, don't just sit there. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones claiming this moment. Your action isn't just for the algorithm. It's a declaration to the universe that you're ready for what God has in store. And if you haven't already, type 777 inches the comments one more time to anchor this truth in your spirit. This is your moment, chosen one. Don't let it pass you by. Now, let's talk about what it means to step into this divine plan. It's not about striving or forcing things to happen. It's about surrender, letting go of the need to control every outcome, trusting that God's got this. You don't have to figure out how the money will come, how the healing will happen, or how the doors will open. Your job is to believe, to act in faith, to walk boldly when God calls. The rest? That's His responsibility. He's the one who parts seas, moves mountains, and turns impossible into reality. Consider Esther, a young woman, seemingly ordinary, placed in a palace for a purpose she didn't fully understand. When the moment came, she didn't hesitate. She stepped into her calling, risking everything to save her people. That's you right now. God has placed you in this moment for a reason. You might not see the full picture yet, but trust this. Your courage, your faith, your willingness to say yes to God's plan, it's going to change everything. You're not just surviving, you're stepping into a destiny that will leave a mark on the world. And let's talk about the enemy again for a moment. The devil knows this is your season. That's why you might feel resistance, doubts creeping in, distractions pulling at you, people trying to dim your light. But here's the truth. Their schemes are powerless against God's plan. The moment you align with His purpose, no force in heaven or earth can stop you. You're not fighting for victory, you're fighting from victory. God has already won, and you're walking in His triumph. What's beautiful about this moment is that it's not just about what you'll gain, it's about who you're becoming. God's secret plan is transforming you from the inside out. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. Your presence will carry a weight that shifts atmospheres. Your words will carry authority that moves hearts. Your life will become a living testimony of what happens when God's hand is on someone. People will look at you and see undeniable evidence of His power. Let's talk about the practical side of this. God's blessings aren't just spiritual, they're tangible. That financial breakthrough you've been praying for, it's coming. That job, opportunity you've been hoping for, it's on its way. That healing you've been seeking, it's already in motion. God doesn't just promise ethereal hope, He delivers real, measurable change. You might see a check in the mail, a promotion at work, a relationship restored. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmations of God's secret plan unfolding in your life. And here's where faith comes in. You might not see the full picture yet. The road ahead might look foggy. But faith isn't about seeing every step. It's about trusting the one who's leading you. Think of Noah, building an ark when there wasn't a cloud in the sky. People mocked him, called him crazy. But when the rains came, he was ready. You're building your ark right now, chosen one. Every prayer, every act of obedience, every moment of trust, it's preparing you for the flood of blessings God is about to unleash. Let's talk about the power of your yes. When you say yes to God's plan, you're not just agreeing to a moment, you're stepping into a movement. Your life becomes a catalyst, sparking change in others. Your breakthrough will inspire someone else to keep going. Your healing will give someone else hope. Your abundance will overflow to those around you. God's secret plan isn't just about elevating you. It's about using you to elevate others. You're not just chosen, you're a carrier of His glory. And don't let the weight of that scare you. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. You don't need to have it all together. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing. Moses stuttered, yet he led a nation. David was a shepherd, yet he became a king. You, with all your flaws and fears, are exactly who God wants to use. His secret plan was never about your ability. It's about His power working through you. Let's talk about the transformation happening in your spirit right now. You're not the same person you were, even a month ago. There's a fire growing inside you, a clarity sharpening your vision, a strength steadying your steps. God is rewiring your mind, renewing your heart, preparing you for what's next. You might not feel ready, but readiness isn't the point, trust is. God's secret plan is unfolding, and He's equipping you with everything you need to walk in it. And here's something to hold on to. God's blessings are irreversible. What He has spoken over your life cannot be undone. The enemy can try to delay it, distract you, or discourage you, but he cannot stop it. The gates of heaven are opening, and your name is written on them. Your breakthrough is sealed in the spiritual realm, and it's manifesting in the physical right now. Hold fast to that truth, because what God starts, he finishes. Let's talk about the people around you. Some will celebrate your rise, others won't understand it. That's okay. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into this new season. God is aligning you with those who will support your calling, who will see your light and amplify it. Don't cling to relationships that drain you. Let go of connections that no longer serve his purpose. The right people, the ones who see your divine assignment, will find you. Trust God to bring them into your life at the right time. And here's a truth that might shake you. God's secret plan includes your pain. The scars you carry, the battles you fought, they're not mistakes. They're part of the story God is writing through you. Think of Jesus, whose wounds became the proof of his victory. Your struggles are becoming your testimony. The world will look at your life and see not just what you've overcome, but the God who brought you through. Your pain is being transformed into power, your trials into triumph. Let's talk about the urgency again, because this moment is fleeting. October 9th is a divine window, a portal through which God is pouring out his favor. Don't let it pass you by. Don't let doubt or distraction steal what's yours. This is your time to claim what God has promised, to step into the abundance, the healing, the purpose he's been preparing. If this message is stirring your soul, hit that like button and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones embracing this truth. Now, let's talk about what it looks like to walk in this new reality. It's not about chasing wealth or fame. It's about living in alignment with God's will. When you align with him, everything else falls into place. Your decisions become clearer. Your steps become surer. Your life becomes a magnet for divine opportunities. You don't have to force doors open. God is already swinging them wide. Your job is to walk through them with faith, knowing he's already gone ahead of you. And here's the beauty of it. This transformation isn't just for you. It's for the world around you. Your light will draw others out of darkness. Your courage will inspire others to take their own leap of faith. Your abundance will overflow to those in need. God's secret plan is about making you a vessel of his love, a beacon of his hope. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing, a living testament to what God can do. Let's talk about the practical steps you can take right now. First, pray. Not just a quick prayer, but a deep, heartfelt conversation with God. Lay your fears, your hopes, your dreams at his feet. Second, act. Take that step you've been hesitating on, whether it's applying for that job, forgiving that person, or starting that project. God honors movement. Third, trust. Let go of the need to control the outcome. God's secret plan is bigger than your understanding, and he's working it out in ways you can't yet see. And don't forget the power of gratitude. Start thanking God now for what's coming. Gratitude shifts your perspective, aligns your heart with his, and opens the indestined door for more blessings. When you thank him for the breakthrough before it arrives, you're declaring your faith in his promises. You're saying, I trust you, God, no matter what I see. That kind of faith moves mountains. Let's talk about the spiritual battle you're in. Because, make no mistake, the enemy is watching. He sees the light growing in you, the favor increasing, the doors opening, and he's not happy about it. But here's the good news. He's already defeated. The moment you align with God's plan, the enemy's power over you is broken. You're not fighting for victory. You're walking in it. Every step you take in faith is a blow to the forces that want to keep you small. And here's something else to consider. God's secret plan is personal. It's tailored to you, to your unique gifts, your unique journey. No one else can walk your path. No one else can fulfill your purpose. That's why the enemy tries so hard to make you doubt yourself, because he knows there's no one else like you. You're a one-of-a-kind creation, handcrafted by God for a specific assignment. Embrace that truth, and watch how it changes the way you see yourself. Let's talk about the ripple effect of your obedience. When you say yes to God's plan, it doesn't just change your life, it changes the lives of those around you. Your family will be blessed. Your community will be lifted. Even strangers will feel the impact of your faith. Think of Daniel, who stood firm in his devotion to God. His faithfulness didn't just save him from the lion's den, it shifted an entire kingdom. Your obedience is doing the same. It's shifting atmospheres, breaking chains, and paving the way for miracles. And here's a truth you need to hold on to. God's secret plan is unstoppable. No matter how many obstacles you face, no matter how many times you stumble, His plan for you will come to pass. The Bible says in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." That's not a maybe, it's a guarantee. God's word is final, and His promises are unbreakable. Let's talk about the peace that comes with this revelation. When you know God has a plan, when you trust He's working it out, you can rest. You don't have to strive or stress. You don't have to carry the weight of the world. God's got it. He's carrying the load, paving the way, opening the doors. Your job is to follow, to trust, to walk in faith. That peace, that unshakable calm in the midst of chaos, is a sign that you're aligned with His purpose. And let's not forget the joy. God's secret plan isn't just about provision, it's about delight. He wants you to live a life that overflows with joy, with purpose, with meaning. Psalm 16:11 says, "You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence." That's what's waiting for you. Not just blessings, but a deep, soul-filling joy that comes from knowing you're exactly where you're meant to be. Let's talk about the vision God is giving you. Right now, He's planting dreams in your heart, ideas that seem too big, too bold. Don't dismiss them. Those aren't random thoughts, they're divine downloads. God is showing you glimpses of what's possible, of the life He's calling you to. Write them down. Pray over them. Take small steps toward them. Those dreams are part of His secret plan, and they're leading you to a future that will take your breath away. And here's something powerful. God's secret plan is already in motion. You don't have to wait for it to start, it's happening now. That stirring in your spirit, that sense of expectancy, it's evidence that God is moving. The job offer you didn't expect, the connection that came out of nowhere, the sudden clarity in your mind, those are signs. God is aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring His plan to life. Your job is to stay awake, stay alert, and say yes to what He's doing. Let's talk about the transformation in your identity. You're not just a person anymore, you're a chosen one, a vessel of God's glory. That title isn't something you earn, it's something you are. God saw you before you were born, called you by name, and set you apart for this moment. When you embrace that identity, everything changes. You walk taller, you speak with authority, you live with purpose. The world will see it, and they'll be drawn to the light you carry. And don't let the size of this moment overwhelm you. God doesn't expect you to have all the answers. He doesn't need you to be perfect. He just needs you to be willing. Think of Mary. a young girl chosen to carry the Savior. She didn't understand the full scope of God's plan, but she said, "Let it be to me according to your word." That's all God asks of you, a heart that says yes, a spirit that trusts, a life that's open to his leading. Let's talk about the legacy you're building. The blessings God is pouring out aren't just for today. They're for tomorrow, for your children, for their children. You're laying a foundation that will stand for generations. Every act of faith, every step of obedience, every moment of trust, it's building something eternal. Your life is becoming a story that will inspire others long after you're gone. That's the power of God's secret plan. And here's a truth to anchor you. God's plan is bigger than your mistakes. You might look back and see failures, regrets, moments you wish you could redo. But God sees something else. He sees the raw material he's using to build a masterpiece. Your past doesn't disqualify you, it qualifies you. It's proof that you've been through the fire and come out stronger. God's secret plan takes every piece of your story, the good, the bad, the broken, and weaves it into something beautiful. Let's talk about the doors that are opening. Right now, God is positioning you for opportunities you couldn't have imagined a year ago. A job that aligns with your purpose, a relationship that lifts you up, a platform to share your gifts. These aren't random, they're divine appointments. God is placing you in rooms where your voice will be heard, where your light will shine, where your life will make a difference. Step into those rooms with confidence, knowing He's already prepared the way. And don't be surprised if the enemy tries one last time to shake you. When you're on the verge of a breakthrough, the resistance gets louder. But here's the truth. The louder the resistance, the closer you are to your destiny. The enemy only fights what threatens him. Your light, your faith, your calling. They're a threat to every lie he's ever told. Stand firm. Speak God's truth. Walk in His power. You're not just surviving, you're overcoming. Let's talk about the abundance waiting for you. Not just financial wealth, but an overflow in every area of your life. Peace that surpasses understanding. Joy that bubbles up in the midst of trials. Love that fills every empty space. God's secret plan is about making you whole body, mind, and soul. It's about giving you a life that's not just good, but extraordinary. A life that reflects His glory in every way. And here's something to hold on to as you step into this season. God's secret plan is personal, but it's also universal. Your breakthrough is part of a bigger story, a move of God that's touching lives across the globe. You're not alone in this. Thousands of chosen ones are rising right now, stepping into their purpose, claiming their blessings. You're part of a movement, a wave of divine transformation that's changing the world. If that stirs your heart, hit that like button and subscribe to join this army of chosen ones, standing in faith. Let's talk about the courage it takes to walk this path, because saying yes to God's plan isn't always easy. It means letting go of comfort, stepping into the unknown, trusting when you can't see the next step. But here's the promise. God never calls you to something He won't equip you for. He's given you everything you need, strength, wisdom, faith to walk this journey. You're not stepping out alone. He's walking with you, guiding every step. And let's talk about the beauty of this moment. You're standing at a crossroads, a divine intersection where your past meets your future. Everything you've been through has led to this. Every prayer, every sacrifice, every moment of faith. It's all converging into a breakthrough that will redefine your life. God's secret plan is about to explode into reality, and you're the one He's chosen to carry it. Embrace it, own it, walk in it with the confidence of a chosen one. Let's talk about the shift in your perspective. As God reveals his plan, you're starting to see things differently. Challenges that once felt overwhelming now look like opportunities. Doors that seemed closed now feel like invitations. People who drained you now feel like lessons. This is what happens when God opens your eyes. You start seeing the world through his lens, and suddenly, everything makes sense. You're not just surviving, you're strategizing, preparing, thriving, and here's a truth that will set you free. God's secret plan is not about perfection, it's about progress. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be flawless. God is working through your willingness, your faith, your heart. Every step you take in obedience is a step toward the life he's promised. Trust the process. Even when it feels messy, God's plan is unfolding, and it's leading you to a future that's brighter than you can imagine. Let's talk about the power of your voice. As a chosen one, your words carry weight. When you speak, things shift. When you pray, heavens move. When you declare God's promises, the atmosphere changes. Start speaking life over yourself. Speak healing over your body. Speak abundance over your finances. Speak peace over your mind. Your voice is a weapon, and God is amplifying it in this season. Use it boldly, knowing he's backing every word. And don't let the world's noise drown you out. There will always be voices telling you to shrink, to doubt, to settle. But God's voice is louder. He's saying, "You are mine. You are chosen. You are enough." Let his voice be the one you listen to. Let his truth be the one you stand on. The world may try to define you, but God has already declared who you are. Walk in that identity and watch how it changes everything. Let's talk about the timing of this revelation. October 9th is not just a date, it's a divine appointment. God has marked this moment to pull back the curtain and show you what he's been working on. You might feel like you're not ready, like you need more time to prepare. But God doesn't wait for you to feel ready. He makes you ready. This is your moment to step up, to say yes, to walk boldly into what he's prepared. Don't hold back. The gates of heaven are open, and your name is on them. And here's the final truth for now. God's secret plan is about transformation, not just of your circumstances, but of you. You're becoming someone new, someone stronger, wiser, bolder, someone who reflects his glory in every way. This isn't just about what you'll receive, it's about who you'll become. A light in the darkness, a beacon of hope, a testimony of God's faithfulness. Stay with me, chosen one, because this is only the beginning. The best is yet to come. Let's talk about the fire inside you right now. There's a spark that's been kindled, a divine flame that God is fanning into a blaze. This isn't just passion or motivation. It's a holy ignition, a surge of spiritual energy that's waking up every part of your being. You've felt it before in fleeting moments, maybe during a prayer or a quiet realization, but now it's different. This fire is sustained, growing stronger with every breath you take. It's God's way of saying, you're ready for what's next. This flame is burning away doubt, fear, and anything that's held you back from stepping into your full calling. You might be wondering what this fire is for. It's not just to warm your soul, it's to light up the world around you. God is preparing you to be a torchbearer, someone who carries his light into places that have been shrouded in darkness. Your workplace, your family, your community, they're all waiting for the glow of your faith to show them what's possible. This fire isn't random, it's purposeful. It's the kind of fire that forged Moses in the desert, that carried Daniel through the lion's den, that empowered Esther to stand before a king. It's the fire of a chosen one, and it's yours. Now, let's talk about the clarity God is giving you. As this divine plan unfolds, your mind is sharpening. Things that used to confuse you are starting to make sense. Decisions that felt impossible are becoming clear. You're seeing patterns, connections, and opportunities you didn't notice before. This isn't just wisdom, it's divine insight, a gift from God to help you navigate this new season. You're not stumbling through life anymore. You're walking with purpose, guided by a vision that's bigger than yourself. Trust that clarity, because it's God speaking directly to your spirit. And here's something powerful. This clarity isn't just for you. It's a tool to help others. People around you are lost in fog, confusion about their purpose, their worth, their future. But you, with this divine insight, can be a guide. Your words, your actions, even your presence, they carry a light that cuts through the haze. You don't have to preach or push. Just be who God is making you. Your clarity will inspire others to seek their own, to find their path, to trust in the God who's leading you. That's what it means to be a chosen one. Let's talk about the strength you're discovering. Not physical strength, but a deep, unshakable resilience that's rising within you. You've been through storms, some you thought would break you. But here you are, standing taller than ever. That's not by accident. God has been building something in you, layer by layer, trial by trial. Every time you chose to keep going, to pray instead of curse, to trust instead of despair, you grew stronger. This strength is what makes you unstoppable, a force the enemy can't touch. And this strength isn't just for surviving, it's for thriving. God isn't raising you up to scrape by. He's raising you to soar. Think of an eagle climbing above the storm while the world below is tossed by winds. That's you right now. The chaos of life, the noise of doubt, the weight of expectations, they can't reach you when you're operating in God's strength. You're not just getting through this season, you're rising above it, carrying a power that changes everything you touch. Let's talk about the connections God is bringing into your life. Right now, He's orchestrating divine appointments, people who will see your vision, support your calling, and walk with you into this new season. These aren't random encounters. They're part of His secret plan. You might meet someone who opens a door, someone who speaks life into your dreams, or someone who simply reminds you you're not alone. Pay attention to these moments. God is aligning you with those who will help you carry out His purpose. And don't be surprised if some relationships fall away. Not everyone is meant to go where God is taking you. Some people will resist your growth, not because they don't care, but because your light exposes their shadows. Let them go with love. God is replacing what's leaving with something better, connections that align with your destiny, that fuel your fire, that amplify your impact. Trust His pruning, because it's making room for a harvest beyond your imagination. Let's talk about the authority you're stepping into. As a chosen one, you're not just a participant in God's plan, you're a co-creator. Your prayers, your declarations, your actions, they carry weight in the spiritual realm. When you speak, heaven listens. When you move, earth responds. This isn't about pride. It's about recognizing the power God has placed in you. You're not begging for blessings. You're claiming what's already yours. Start walking in that authority, because it's shifting the atmosphere around you. And this authority comes with responsibility. God isn't giving you power to hoard it. He's giving it to you to steward it. Use it to lift others up, to break chains, to speak truth. Think of Jesus, who used His authority not to dominate but to serve, to heal, to set free. That's your calling too. Your influence, your voice, your presence, they're tools to build God's kingdom, to bring hope where there's despair, to bring light where there's darkness. Let's talk about the vision God is expanding in you. You're starting to see beyond the immediate, beyond the limits of what's in front of you. Dreams you once thought were too big are now feeling possible. Ideas you dismissed as impractical are taking shape. This isn't wishful thinking, it's God stretching your capacity to believe. He's showing you a glimpse of the future He's prepared, and it's bigger than anything you've dared to imagine. Hold on to those visions, because they're blueprints for your destiny. And don't let fear shrink what God is enlarging. The enemy will try to whisper, "That's too much for you," or "You're not qualified." But God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. Your job isn't to figure out how it'll happen. Your job is to trust the one who's making it happen. Write down what He's showing you. Pray over it. Take small steps toward it. Every move you make in faith is a brick in the foundation of your future. Let's talk about the peace that's anchoring you. In the middle of life's storms, you're finding a calm that doesn't make sense. It's not denial or avoidance, it's the peace of God, which surpasses understanding. This peace is a sign that you're aligned with His plan, that you're walking in His purpose. It's a gift, a shield, a reminder that no matter what comes, you're held by the one who holds the universe. Lean into that peace, because it's what will carry you through this season. And this peace isn't passive, it's active. It's the kind of peace that lets you make bold decisions, take risks, and trust God's outcome. It's the peace that kept Noah building when everyone mocked him, that kept David standing before Goliath, that kept Esther walking into the king's court. It's not the absence of fear, it's the presence of God. Let that peace guide you, because it's leading you straight into the heart of His secret plan. Let's talk about the overflow that's coming. God's blessings aren't just enough, they're more than enough. He's not giving you just what you need. He's giving you so much it spills over. Financial abundance that lets you give generously. Emotional strength that helps you lift others. Spiritual insight that shifts perspectives. This overflow isn't for you to hoard, it's for you to share. God is making you a conduit, a channel through which His goodness flows to the world. And this overflow will surprise you. It might come as a sudden windfall, a restored relationship, a new opportunity. It might show up in ways you didn't expect, at times you didn't plan. That's how God works. His blessings are often unexpected, but always perfect. Stay open to the ways He's moving. Don't limit Him to your expectations. The overflow is coming, and it's going to touch every corner of your life. Let's talk about the healing God is bringing. Not just physical healing, but emotional, spiritual, relational. Wounds you've carried for years are being mended. Burdens you've shouldered are being lifted. God's secret plan includes making you whole, restoring what was broken, redeeming what was lost. Think of the woman at the well, whose shame was transformed into purpose. That's what God is doing in you, turning your pain into power, your past into a platform. And this healing isn't just for you, it's for those around you. As God restores you, you become a vessel of restoration. Your story, your scars, your journey, they'll speak to others who are hurting. You don't have to force it. Just live authentically. Your healing will ripple outward, touching lives you may never meet. That's the beauty of God's plan. It's always bigger than you, always reaching further than you can see. Let's talk about the courage God is building in you. Every step you take in faith is making you braver. You're not the same person who hesitated, who doubted, who held back. You're becoming someone who says yes to the unknown, who trusts in the unseen, who walks boldly into God's promises. This courage isn't reckless, it's rooted in faith, grounded in the knowledge that God is with you. It's the kind of courage that changes destinies, that moves mountains, that rewrites stories. And this courage will be tested. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the louder the resistance. But here's the truth. Resistance is proof you're on the right path. The enemy doesn't bother with those who aren't a threat. Your courage, your faith, your light, they're shaking the foundations of darkness. Keep moving forward. Keep trusting. Keep standing. You're not just a survivor, you're a warrior, a chosen one, wielding the power of God's truth. Let's talk about the alignment happening in your life. Everything is coming together. Your gifts, your experiences, your dreams. God is syncing them up with His purpose, creating a harmony that's almost tangible. You might feel it as a sense of flow, where things start falling into place without force. Opportunities align with your skills. People align with your vision. Circumstances align with your prayers. This isn't luck, it's divine orchestration, God's secret plan playing out in real time. And this alignment isn't just for your benefit, it's for the world's. God is positioning you to make an impact, to shift cultures, to change lives. Your life is becoming a symphony, each note perfectly placed to create something beautiful. Trust the process. Trust the composer. Every piece of your story is being woven into a masterpiece that will echo through eternity. Let's talk about the freedom you're stepping into. Freedom from fear, from doubt, from the weight of others' expectations. God's secret plan is about setting you free to be who you were created to be. Not who the world says you should be, not who your past says you are, but the chosen one God designed. This freedom is exhilarating, like shedding chains you didn't even know you were wearing. It's the freedom to dream big, to love deeply, to live boldly, and this freedom comes with a call to action. God isn't setting you free to sit still. He's setting you free to move, to create, to build. Use this freedom to chase the dreams He's placed in your heart. Use it to love those He's placed in your path. Use it to build the legacy He's called you to leave. You're not just free, you're unleashed, a force of divine purpose, ready to change the world. Let's talk about the confidence growing in to you. Not the kind that comes from arrogance, but the kind that comes from knowing who you are in God. You're starting to walk with a certainty that wasn't there before. You're making decisions with boldness, speaking with authority, living with purpose. This confidence is a gift, a sign that God's secret plan is taking root. It's the confidence of David facing Goliath, knowing the battle is already won. And this confidence will draw others to you. People will see your assurance and want to know its source. They'll see your peace and crave it for themselves. Your life is becoming a magnet, pulling others toward the God who's transforming you. Don't shy away from that responsibility. Embrace it. Let your confidence be a testimony, a living invitation to others to seek the one who's making you whole. Let's talk about the harvest you're about to reap. You've been sowing seeds through prayers, through sacrifices, through faithfulness in the small things. Now, the ground is stirring, the harvest is coming, and it's bigger than you expected. Financial breakthroughs, restored relationships, new opportunities, they're all part of the yield. God is faithful to reward those who trust Him, and your trust is about to pay off in ways that will leave you in awe. And this harvest isn't just for you to enjoy, it's for you to share. God is blessing you so you can bless others. Your abundance will feed the hungry, your strength will lift the weak, your faith will inspire the doubting. Think of the boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish, his small offering fed thousands. Your offering, your life, your harvest, it's going to feed more than you can imagine. Trust God to multiply what you give. Let's talk about the light you're carrying. It's not just a glow, it's a radiance that's shifting atmospheres. When you walk into a room, things change. Tensions ease. Hope rises. People feel it, even if they don't understand it. This light is God's presence in you, a beacon that draws others out of darkness. You don't have to force it. Just be. Your light will do the work, illuminating paths, exposing lies, revealing truth. And this light isn't fragile. It doesn't flicker in the face of storms. It's the kind of light that guided the Israelites through the wilderness, that shone from Jesus on the mountaintop. It's unquenchable, unstoppable, divine. The more you embrace your calling, the brighter it shines. Let it shine, chosen one. Don't hide it. Don't dim it. The world needs your light more than ever. Let's talk about the purpose God is revealing. You've always known there was something bigger, something more. Now it's coming into focus. Your purpose isn't just a job or a role, it's a calling that threads through every part of your life. It's in the way you love, the way you serve, the way you stand firm. God's secret plan is about making your purpose clear, giving you a mission that's uniquely yours. And this purpose will stretch you. It will call you to places you've never been, to do things you've never done. But don't be afraid God doesn't send you where He hasn't prepared you. Every step of this journey is equipping you, strengthening you, aligning you with His will. Embrace the stretch. Embrace the challenge. Your purpose is bigger than your fears, and God is bigger than both. Let's talk about the joy that's bubbling up in you. Not a fleeting happiness, but a deep, unshakable joy that comes from knowing you're in God's hands. This joy is a gift, a taste of the life He's calling you to. It's the joy that sustained Paul and Silas in prison, that carried Jesus through the cross, that will carry you through every trial. It's a joy that says, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I know who's with me. And this joy is contagious. It spills over into your words, your actions, your presence. People will feel it when they're around you. They'll wonder how you can smile in the face of challenges, how you can hope in the midst of uncertainty. That's your testimony, chosen one. Your joy is proof that God's secret plan is real, that His promises are true, that His love never fails. Let that joy overflow, because it's changing the world, one heart at a time. Let's talk about the doors God is opening. Not just any doors, divine doors. Opportunities that align perfectly with your calling. These doors might look like a new job, a new relationship, a new platform to share your gifts. But they're more than that, they're gateways to your destiny. God is positioning you in places where your light will shine brightest, where your influence will matter most. Walk through those doors with confidence, knowing He's already cleared the way. And don't be surprised if some doors close. Not every opportunity is meant for you. God is closing doors that don't align with His plan, protecting you from paths that would lead you astray. Trust His no as much as you trust His yes. Every closed door is a redirection, guiding you closer to the life He's prepared. Keep your eyes on the doors He's opening, because they're leading you to a future that's beyond your wildest dreams. Let's talk about the transformation in your relationships. God is bringing people into your life who see your worth, who honor your calling, who walk with you in faith. These are divine connections, handpicked by God to support your journey. At the same time, He's removing those who drain you, who doubt you, who hold you back. This isn't about cutting people off. It's about letting God align your circle with His purpose. Trust Him to bring the right people at the right time. And as these relationships shift, you'll notice something else. Your influence is growing. People are drawn to you, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Your faith, your light, your peace. They're magnetic. You're becoming a leader, not by title, but by example. Your life is showing others what's possible when you trust God's plan. Embrace that role because it's part of His secret design for you. Let's talk about the faith that's carrying you. Faith isn't just believing, it's acting on that belief, stepping out when you can't see the ground beneath you. Every time you've trusted God, every time you've prayed through the fear, every time you've chosen hope over despair, you've strengthened that faith. Now, it's becoming a foundation, a rock you can stand on no matter what comes. This faith is what makes you a chosen one, what sets you apart, what carries you into God's promises